Is this on? Okay, after 4. 4! Yes guys, we are back with the Carman gear. If you've seen the last video, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. The engine's busted, needs to come out. I got the authorization off the lady. Today we're going to whip out the engine. So we're going to show you how that happens. Everybody's seen Volkswagen engines coming out, but I just thought I'd do my own because it's a cool bit of thing and we can chat shit while we're at it. Let's crack on and get that engine out of there. Alrighty then. So to remove a Volkswagen engine, it's very simple. I can't imagine how many of these I've pulled out in my time. Beetles, 181s, whatever they are, the VW thing, Carman gears, splitties, vans, everything. Best time I've ever done is 7.5 minutes, but that's not going to happen today because it's not got a removable rear balance. Super simple tools to get one of these out. You need an 8mm for these bits, 17 for the 4 nuts and bolts on the back, and a 13 to undo the exhaust. That's it, really. So we'll start by undoing the battery, whichever side that might be. Okay, we're going to need a shorter 13. Got one. Alright, that's the battery off. There's going to be electrics, fuel, exhaust. They all need to come off. It's pretty simple. There's a bit of wiring here, live to that. We've got the fuel line, but we'll do that underneath the car. So you can just leave the little hose hanging at the back. I think that might be it. It's been a while since I've done one, but we'll soon find out. So we're going to start by whipping the exhaust off. We need 10 millis as well. Forgot to add that on the tools list at the beginning. But we're just going to whip off these clamps. Got a box over there. There's also a little spacer there that holds the AirPod thing to the exhaust. We'll just drop that down. It's a bit loose anyway, so that'll do. We'll leave those bits on the exhaust and we'll do the other side as well. Jingle jingle. Nice, looking good. Next thing would be pull off the heat risers up to the inlet manifold, but because we've already been messing about with that, they're already off. It's just 4 10mm on the top, and then we've got 4 13mm holding the exhaust to the head. So we'll get those 4 off, like so. Not going to film all that because that's just boring. So yeah, 4 of them, and we should be able to pull the exhaust off. Right, all of these nuts have been removed. Let's clear some tools, get out of the way, move some bits, and see if it comes off. She's a bit tight. There we go. Just needed a bit of a wiggle. There she goes. Ta-da. And that just goes ahead and frees up a bunch of space down here. So when you're getting the engine out, you can pull it this way and drop it down in it. It should come straight out. Famous last words. Next up, these little critters down here. We've got the electrics, we've got the positive to the battery. We've got the charge light to the dash there, the little green one. So we'll pull that off. One's an 8mm, one's a 10mm. Make sure you've disconnected your battery before you've done this, otherwise it'll start arcing things out. And that's just not cool, man. Oh. They both appear to be 8mm. Huh. That's not normal. Maybe it's a 9. I've never seen that before. 9mm. Wow. Like I said, I don't know how many of these I pulled out. I don't think I've ever seen a 9mm on one of these, ever. Let me know if you have. If you're a Volkswagen head and you pulled a few of these, then let me know. Okay, we'll just tuck our wiring out the way there like that. There's also another wire coming out the loom here that comes round to our distributor, what's it called? Oil. Where's the live? Right, that's just me being really stupid. I disconnected the live earlier so I didn't have to, so it didn't try and fire up on me. So that is the live, that's the oil. They're out of the way. Let's forget that I even mentioned it, because I feel a fool. Next, we shall do our little nipply right there. Don't lose these, because it's hard to find a good one. Once you've removed your throttle linkage there, keep safe. Keep it very safe. Missed. Got it. Okay, it's going to be fuel line next. There is a fuel pipe here that goes round to the back and the back of the tinware and pokes out on the inside underneath. So we'll whip that off in a sec. I'll send it up. We'll whip that off. And yeah, she's nearly out. Okie dokie, we're up and under now. I'm going to see if I can show you. If I can stop whizzing around like a bloody carousel. This is our fuel line here. This little bugger right here, we're going to take that off and be careful not to get fuel all over me. I've got a punch that I can just pop inside the pipe and we'll just forget about it. Hopefully it doesn't piss fuel everywhere. While we're up and under, we're going to also drain the oil. Do yourself a favour, because when you forget and you turn the engine over on the engine stand and it all goes everywhere and makes a big mess, you don't want to do that. But saying that, I did just make a bit of a mess on the floor because I was trying to get rid of the old oil. Fuck. Oh, and just while I'm draining the oil, I just wanted to shout out to one chap who signed up to the memberships. That is super cool. I hope to get more in the future. It's really nice that people are actually supporting the channel. If you want to do that, click join wherever the hell it is. There's 2 tiers. There's a 99p just to support the channel, and then there's also a 1.99 one as well, where I will be hopefully in the future bringing more videos that are exclusive to members anyway. Just silly little things, just me chatting shit, messing about in the garage, doing whatever. If you want extra stuff, then let me know. Whatever you want to see. Well, that oil looks great. I think we'll do the old magnet test. See if there's any shite in there. Appear to be. Don't want the lady having a dud engine. I think what I'll do is just mooch about in the oil a little bit and see if anything comes out. Might just grab a sample. We can go and inspect it. It does look a little bit sparkly. So yeah, if you're one of the 500 and something awesome subscribers that I've already got, massive thanks to you guys. It's great that I can tinker with cars and actually bring some cool stuff to people. So I hope you do like the videos. But if you do want to help, you know what to do. And if you've not subscribed, make sure you do, because I just chat shit and fix weird cars. I do enjoy chatting shit and making videos as well. I've actually got an A-level in media studies, believe it or not. Before I did any mechanicking back in college, I actually made films and stuff in college and really quite enjoyed it, which is, I think, where I kind of get some of the skills for making these amateur-y kind of videos. I hope they're not that amateur. Right, we'll pop our sump plug back in. We'll tighten that up so we don't make a mess again. Just like that. Okay, fuel line next. We're just gonna start to undo this and hope we don't piss fuel everywhere. If you've ever had fuel in your armpit, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I think it might be up there with stubbing your toe or standing on Lego or something. Let's see if this will come off. What I could do is clamp the hose and then absolutely nothing would come out, but that's no fun. The wife will love it when I go home stinking of fuel. I think we'll just whip that off while we're at it, just to tuck that out of the way. Lovely. There we go. Operation no fuel down your eyeballs. And there she is. Oh God. Oh, minimal mess. Nice. Now while you're down here, don't forget to pull out your throttle cable, because if it gets snagged when you're trying to pull it out and you break it, you'll be really pissed off. So just make sure it's pulled out of its little thing and just tuck it up out of the way. Nearly there, guys. Next thing is our two bottom nuts. These are good to pull off because the two top ones are still in. You can actually just hang it on the starter motor bolt and it won't go anywhere. So once we'll start undoing these, we'll get these ones off. And then all that's left is the two on the top. And there is a heater cable here as well that I just realised. So we'll get that off. That's just an 8mm, similar to the throttle cable. These studs are very long. They're never normally that long. There's one. That should have a washer on the back of that, but neither of them do. Just chuck that into a box and lose it for later. Save it for later. And she's out of there. Top tip, screw these back on when you've took them off. Right, that's everything underneath done. We've got the fuel line off, throttle cable through, one heater cable. I forgot that one. I'll do that one before I go. Fuel lines off, two bottom nuts off. Everything else is done from up top. Let's do it. Okay, I lied once again. You can tell I'm a bit rusty on these things. I forgot to actually undo the 17mm that's on the back. So this is the final bolt. So we've got the two bottom ones. This is the final bolt on the top. And then you get the starter motor bolt from the other side on the inside. So let's get this one out. Just had to swap you around there so I can see. Let's hope that this goes without a hitch. There's our 17 bolts. And hopefully it's not too tight. Oh yes, there we go. Nice, ta-da. Right, that's everything out. Electrics, fuel lines, bolts, all that kind of stuff. And we're nearly ready to get it out. There's just one last nut down the back here that you've got to get your hand behind with a 17. But before we do that, we're going to have to chuck a jack under. I'll just show you where to put it. And if you get a nice jack, a proper one, you can actually see the circle of the sump plate. And if you get a decent enough jack, you can jack it right onto the sump plate and it fits just lovely. So we'll grab our 17 and we'll jib down the back. I'm not going to be able to film it, but it's down there. I've took my hats off because it's getting a bit warm out. It's that time of year in the UK where it's freezing in the morning and I've got a heated jacket on, and then by the afternoon it's 17 degrees. Very strange. I have noticed on these Carmen Gear videos, they are rather popular in America, believe it or not. I've been looking at the statistics on the last few Carmen Gear videos, and quite a few people watching America. So if you're from America, please let me know where, because that's super cool. Little old me in my crap garage. Not crap garage, it's pretty good. So if you are from America, give us a shout down below. Tell us where you're from, that would be really cool. My pal's just turning up on his motorbike, you can probably hear that. Right, he's bugging off now. We just wanted his tyre pressures doing on his posh bike. Let's see if we can get this nut off. Oh, yep, finger tight. And this thing should be coming out pretty soon. Push our little starter bolt through. There's our last nut in the box. Right, this might take some jiggling and pokering and etc, etc. So bear with me. I might put it on a time lapse, I don't know. Let's see what we can do. Actually got a sweat on. That was legit one of the hardest ones I've ever got out, and I've taken a lot of these out. I actually had to end up taking the front pulley off because there was really not much gap. The belt off. I even had to take the studs out at the bottom of the case. If you remember when we were up underneath, I said they looked a bit long. Well, the studs weren't all the way in, so they were stopping you from dropping it down, but it's out now. It's time for a brew, I think. When I look round, it looks all right. Back end looks fine. I did notice some wet and dry sticking out the clutch. It's a bit strange. I think we'll whip that off. Just check behind there, make sure there's no more. I just thought I'd take a look inside the bell housing as well, just to make sure everything looks okay. These are the studs that I was talking about. They had to be removed and just chucked back, but I think we'll put them back in. And also, look what we found. It's our old pal once again. It's the Vodridge branded beer mat. Subscribe, like, comment, sort me out. Oh, and also, I was thinking about putting these on a shop as well. So if you want to buy one of these, let me know in the comments. And I'm going to try and get a shop sorted out. They're only going to be dead cheap. And I've got quite a few of them knocking about. So let me know if you want one. Cheers. And there we are, guys and dolls. The engine is out. It's on the stand. Bit of a pain in the ass to get onto, but it was all good. Engine's out. I think we should have a quick peep, see if we can fish out our suspected problem down in number 2. Don't forget to go and check that first video, second video, whatever it is. Yeah, let's have a look. I've had a quick peep with the torch, and I think we'll be able to fish this out. Let's see what we can find. Get down inside number 2 inlet. Here she comes. When I can get it. Oh, just about to see it coming. And there she is, fellas. There's our culprit. Oh yeah. Now if I just have a peep down inside, I can actually see the back end of the valve, and it does look like there's a few bits of metal knocking about in there. I don't know if that's just debris from poking around, but yeah. And there we are, chaps. We'll leave the teardown to the next video, so if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. And also, thanks to my followers at the moment. Support the channel, sort me out, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Nice one.